Thanks. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Matthews and Middleton the 2 wings. And it's Bledsoe in at the point guard. And for Toronto, Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. Then it's Pascal Siakam. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Gasol in at the center. And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Now, here's Lowry. The pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 6. It's good.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. Takes a 3. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Pass to Gasol. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know, when he came into the league, Gasol's weakness was thought to be defense, but now one of the NBA's premier post defenders.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
And you can see that even though he ties the game up, disappointed he couldn't give him the lead.
Middleton can't get it to go.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
VanVleet with it. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 5. And the Bucks with possession. Here's Antetokounmpo, and it doesn't even draw iron. And Lowry has it in the corner. For the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound. A big win for them, coming off a strong game on Friday.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee on D. Pass to VanVleet. Back to Lowry. 3-pointer. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Bledsoe looking it over. Passes it to Antetokounmpo from 18 feet away. Siakam pulls it in.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And here is VanVleet. Outside Gasol. No good from outside. It's stolen by Ibaka. Gasol dishes to Lowry. Now here's VanVleet. He's covered by Matthews. Uses both hands to slam it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Clock at 6. Here's Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up.
Using that quickness to his advantage. Bledsoe annihilating the defense off the drive there.
Toronto leading by 3. Poke loose. Now the pass to Lowry. Siakam outside. Raptors need to get a shot. Lowry has the open look. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Offensive rebound. Bledsoe kicks to Antetokounmpo. The kick out to Matthews. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a peek at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the top rebounders in this year's playoffs. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So it's Toronto now. 3-point lead. Siakam passes to Gasol. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That is his first foul of the game. To the inside. Antetokounmpo. And the dunk by Giannis.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Siakam outside. Pass to Ibaka. And it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Van Vliet finds Lowry. And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Here's Van Vliet. A three-pointer's right on target. Van Vliet's got 5 now.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Lopez, no luck. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 4-point game. Here's Lowry. That one misses. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And it's Lopez at the elbow. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Got that one up quick.
Middleton is simply a very versatile and dangerous offensive player. He's clever at using the pull-up jumper in the right spots to balance out his shot-making repertoire.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto. And Toronto making a change here. Anunoby's checked in, and then for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Matthews. Back to Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. 5 to shoot. That's tipped. Here's DiVincenzo. Passes to Bledsoe. Shoots over Van Vliet. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
The Bucks trail. Bledsoe right side. And the pass to DiVincenzo. No good. That would have tied it. Toronto's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Outside Lowry. Pass to Gasol. Here's Anunoby. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Lowry. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Milwaukee is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Fred VanVleet is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Norman Powell's checked in for Kyle Lowry.
Norman Powell.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. Offensive rebound. Raptors with the lead. Anunoby passes to VanVleet, and it's good for 2. VanVleet's got 7 points in the game. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 33% here in the first quarter, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Middleton subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. Raptors leading by 4. Oh, VanVleet, he has 7 down low. The shot by Powell, no good.
You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
Bledsoe outside. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Now, beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Here's Powell. Here's Siakam. Up and in on the layup.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Bledsoe outside. And he banks in the layup. Bledsoe's got his second bucket.
It's a quiet, rugged demeanor that Bledsoe plays with, and he doesn't back away from anybody on the court.
Back to VanVleet. Now here's Powell. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Gasol, no good.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. You got to appreciate that stop.
Connaughton kicks to Bledsoe. Bucks passing it around. Unloads from 9. Lopez, no luck.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Gasol finds VanVleet. 5 on the clock. And Middleton with the block.
Boy, the defensive hustle there by Middleton. Stretching out and getting his hand on that shot. Excellent effort.
Bledsoe outside. Williams against Powell. Williams can't hit. Raptors leading by 4. Powell with it. Pass to Anunoby. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Raptors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
What's up?
And so he hits the technical free throw. McCaw, he's checked in for the Raptors. Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Lopez against Gasol. Stolen by Middleton. 1:10 left in the first. Passes it to Powell. The three. Drills the three-pointer. And the Raptors lead by 8. All right, well, look at how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnover.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Gasol passes to McCaw. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And, you know, Kevin, Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
There's the pass to Lopez. Middleton outside. Back to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. A three-pointer, no good. From deep three-point range.
I like how Bledsoe uses his athleticism to challenge shots and try to get into the head of the shooter.
And so it's Toronto in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to the floor, making open shot, you know, rolling the basket, screen, you know, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complimentary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And here we go, heading back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Final. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball, and defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Yeah, I like the way they forced a ton of turnovers and then took advantage of those turnovers with opportunistic baskets.
Lowry and Powell, the guard. McCaw is out there with Ibaka. And it's Siakam in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Toronto to start the second quarter. The Raptors shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. Bucks trail by 6. Pass to Matthews. Now here's Young. He feeds it to Hill. Pocket 6. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Guarded by Powell. They get it back. And to Kumbo. Lopez right side. Hill against Lowry. The Bucks keep it going. A new 14-second clock.
Man, that was a remarkable pump fake from Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's really good at selling that shot fake.
It's his first trip to the line. That one is off.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
And he's good on the second. Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Here's Lowry. The rebound by Middleton.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And, guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Somebody you can count on. He is an extremely reliable finisher.
And the basket by Lowry.
And that's Lowry's shot right there. Always looking to capitalize from that range.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Pass to Matthews. There's the triple. Knocks it loose. And it goes out of bounds. And the last touch by Antetokounmpo.
I'm not sure whose fault that was, guys, but they need to get on the same page here.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Lowry looking around. Lays it up and banks it in. Lowry's got the lead up to 8 now for the Raptors.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Lopez passes to Antetokounmpo. Releases. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Inside the line. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Matthews dishes to Antetokounmpo. Lowry against Hill. Middleton for 3. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Middleton's got 5 now.
Presence of mind, really important. You know, this game is more mental than physical. And Middleton is a guy who stays in the moment. He's exceptional at knocking down a good shot off a good pass. You know, even though they have the lead, you can tell he's frustrated with himself that he's not doing more.
Matthews passes to Giannis. The kick out to Matthews. The dish to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Tipped away. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Let's take this chance now to show you the list of the postseason scoring leaders. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the Raptors making a change here. Van Vliet's checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Powell against Matthews. Ibaka, no luck. And so it's Matthews with it, bringing it up now for the Bucks. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. To the inside. Lopez kicks to Hill. Shot clock at 6. Matthews passes to Lopez. Shoots over Powell. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. Good. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
One shot. Used all 7 feet and about 1/3 of a ton to get that one up and down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. OG Anunoby's checked in for Pascal Siakam. The Bucks also with the sub. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for Chris Middleton.
Nice looking set shot for Lopez. He can stretch the floor just about to the 3-point line.
Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And here is Powell to the wing right side. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Anunoby's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Bucks trail by 5. Here's DiVincenzo. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Lopez. From downtown. Passes it to DiVincenzo. Ball's knocked loose. And that'll be Milwaukee as it goes out of bounds. Bucks retain possession. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Dante DiVincenzo. Milwaukee with the ball. Trailing by 5. Here's Antetokounmpo. They turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Raptors have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Van Vliet kicks to Ibaka. From outside, off the mark.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And, Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
And the basket is good.
Really enjoy watching Antetokounmpo show off his toughness. I mean, he's not a real thick guy, long, angular, and muscular, and much tougher than he looks. That's why I think he's able to overpower defenders at times.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Raptors have shot 3 of 5 at the foul line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Marc Gasol's checked in for Toronto. And then for Milwaukee, Williams comes in for Antetokounmpo. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. He hits the second from the line. Milwaukee with the ball. 4-point game. Matthews scanning the floor. Oh, that's blocked. And there's the pass to Powell. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Anunoby. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anunoby's got his second basket of the night.
And it's crucial that Anunoby knocks down that jumper, showing how skilled he is from the perimeter.
Here's Bledsoe. The shot that time, not on target. And Toronto will go the other way with it. They get it back. Anunoby, good.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Pass to Connaughton. He kicks to Matthews. It's rebounded by Gasol. Gasol's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Anunoby passes to Powell. Right side Gasol, all sorts of time. Again, Toronto.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Connaughton. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Raptors leading by 11. Van Vliet kicks to Powell. No good that time. Good D by Matthews. Bucks trail by 11. Here's Connaughton. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Some changes for Toronto. Siakam is checked in for OG Anunoby, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Norman Powell. Milwaukee also making some changes. Lopez comes in for Robin Lopez, and Middleton subbed in for Pat Connaughton. Bledsoe against Lowry. Middleton for 3, trains the three-pointer. Middleton's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Bucks.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around.
Here's Van Vliet. With nobody on him, he parries the jumper. Van Vliet's got 9.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
For 3, Middleton. And again, Milwaukee with the triple.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from D.
Van Vliet gets to Gasol. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To the middle, here's Matthews. It's good, he scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Van Vliet with the bucket.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Bledsoe left side. Misses in close.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's McCall. He's guarded by Williams. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. The Raptors making a switch here. Ibaka's checked in. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for the Bucks. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for Wesley Matthews. Middleton against Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Milwaukee. Trailing here by 8. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a 3-point play. They get Marc Gasol.
Boy, for such a young player, the razor-sharp focus of Antetokounmpo, really impressive. I mean, a muscular guy who still makes baskets despite getting hit in the process. He's not wide, but he is muscular.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
To the paint, here's Van Vliet. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. Van Vliet's got 14.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Good D by Gasol. Toronto leading by 7. Inside, here's Van Vliet. Lopez with the block.
Big Brook Lopez gobbling up space and getting the block on that play.
Here's DiVincenzo. A terrific shot on the turnaround.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Now Van Vliet, 14 points for him. Pass to Siakam. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. To the middle. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down to 3 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
Lowry against Bledsoe. Passes to Gasol. Here's Van Vliet. It's up a 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Bledsoe outside. Down low. It's stolen by Ibaka. Outside Lowry. Deflects the pass. A 3-ball.
The length of Middleton, really an asset on defense for him. He's so good at getting his hands up quickly to contest shots.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Raptors lead by 3. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Chris, how did the team's offensive approach improve in that first half?
We didn't have any type of tempo going. We were real stagnant, standing around a lot. Once we got moving, pushing the ball more, we got what we wanted.
Hey, Chris, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. You've been watching the Eastern Conference Finals on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Kenny Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Raptors, the first 2 games of this series were evenly split, and the first half of this game followed suit. They're still searching for that extra edge that'll give them the upper hand here in Game 3. It has become quite the series. And taking a look at the Raptors, Kenny, what did you see out there?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And you, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Bucks.
They played some solid team basketball, Ernie. Pretty good. They were sharing the ball. We saw some nice feeds, a lot of movement. It wasn't 5 individuals out there. It was one cohesive unit. And they got the assist to show for it. Their rhythm was nice.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the 5, roaming the paint. And the 3 off target. Bucks trail by 3. Middleton looking it over. Over Siakam. Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Toronto on defense. They've led by as many as 11 points. Middleton, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
The athleticism of Middleton puts defenders in a rough spot. I mean, sometimes you just have to whack him and hope he misses the shot.
The Bucks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Middleton.
Middleton is most known, quite honestly, for his scoring ability. He's a sniper from outside that you can't afford to lose contact with.
Middleton hits them both.
probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Siakam outside. Knocked loose. Back to Lowry. Now here's Van Vliet. He's covered by Matthews. 6 to shoot. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Fast break, Milwaukee. Bledsoe's got the ball. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
And the foul on Eric Bledsoe. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. Count it. And that's now 7 points for Siakam.
And superb job by Gasol. Brilliant at breaking down the defense with that passing ability.
Bledsoe kicks to Middleton. Offline with his 3.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Lowry finds Van Vliet. Hit the teardrop. Yes! And the foul. That's on Brook Lopez. 3rd quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
The Raptors have gone 6 of 9 at the line. Free throw good, Van Vliet. So it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. A 2-point game. Outside Matthews. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. Knocks down the 3 ball. Middleton's got 16 points.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The kick out to Antetokounmpo. Now here's Lopez. He's got 9. Shoots the 3. Offensive rebound. It's not going to go for him. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 4 here to start the 2nd half. Lowry from outside. Rebounded by the Bucks.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Back to Matthews. Bledsoe outside. And a miss there on the triple. Toronto's gotten blanked from 3-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
That's simply an outstanding play, working the size mismatch right at the rim.
For Toronto, they have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10. The Bucks with possession here, trailing by 2. Outside Matthews. The pass to Lopez. Poked away. Middleton, the pass to Lopez. 5 to shoot. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists in the game. Bledsoe against Lowry. Siakam outside. Over Giannis. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's 12 points for Siakam.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Lopez kicks to Middleton. A shot off that time. Good work defensively by Gasol.
We just cannot buy a bucket, guys. And tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That's his third foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Siakam against Middleton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That's on Brook Lopez. The Raptors have shot the ball pretty well from the line, going 8 of 11.
2 shots.
First one falls for him. Siakam hits them both.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Giannis kicks to Matthews. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession. And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. Eric Bledsoe, 4th.
And it seems like he's taking it on his shoulders to get every one of his teammates involved in the offense here in the postseason. What a passing display.
Giannis, that's a two-pointer. Drops one in from the wing. Antetokounmpo's got 22.
Tremendous anticipation from Antetokounmpo, sensing some separation as that pass was coming, and then simply rising up and knocking down the jumper.
Back to Lowry. Lets the three fly. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 3 assists in the game. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. Pass to Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Buckus got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Lowry. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Chris Middleton.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
The first one falls. He's perfect from the line this time. Bucks trail by 6. Bledsoe outside. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range. Lowry's got 16 points.
And defensively, they've gotten a little careless, not playing with the same focus we saw in the first.
Bledsoe against Lowry. Clock at 6. And the foul called on Pascal Siakam. That's his first foul. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And the Bucks with possession here. 9-point game. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
At the line for your Raptors, Pascal Siakam. At the line for 2.
And the first one drops. He hits both from the stripe.
And he's given them a good contribution at the line tonight, getting there a lot and delivering on his opportunity.
Outside Matthews. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Patrick McCaw, he's checked in for Serge Ibaka. The Bucks also with the sub. Connaughton's checked in. Outside Lowry. Siakam outside. Rebounded by the Bucks. Here's Connaughton. Kicks it to Antetokounmpo. Marcus Gasol picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
Bledsoe against Lowry. And they get it. And it's Bledsoe laying it in. Bledsoe's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you know what? I like the tough-mindedness of Bledsoe. I mean, it's never easy trying to keep him under control, especially when he's driving the ball.
Back to Lowry. Now here's Van Vliet. He's guarded closer. Shoots it up. Collects the 2-pointer near the hoop. Gasol's got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors.
Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Matthews left side. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. Matthews no good. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Bledsoe against Lowry. Gasol wide open. He fires. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry.
And really, as the 3-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Bledsoe against Lowry. Bledsoe kicks to Matthews. Clock is at 3, and it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Norman Powell's checked in for the Raptors. Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks. Giannis, that's a 2-pointer. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it. Antetokounmpo's got 8 points here in this quarter. Raptors leading by 12. With it, 5 points in the game. Shoots over Matthews. The shot by Powell, no good.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And the Raptors hit again from deep.
Well, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Bucks trail by 15. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions Right now, they need a basket.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Kevin, they've been committing a lot of turnovers here. Taking care of the basketball is the #1 priority right now in that huddle. They've got to tighten it up.
Chris Middleton's checked in for Pat Connaughton. For Milwaukee, they have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
Shoot 2.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And here is Van Vliet. 17 points in the game. Pass to Siakam. Lopez with the steal. To the paint. Shot is good, and the Toronto lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
Here's Powell, and it's sent back by Lopez. Outside Matthews. Passes it to Antetokounmpo. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. And now let's give you a look at the players who have stood out at taking high percentage shots in the playoffs. Number 1, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Now here's Van Vliet, guarded by Bledsoe. Van Vliet passes to Gasol. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 4 assists now tonight.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Powell kicks to Gasol. No good on the triple. Bucks trail by 11. Bledsoe outside. Middleton can't get it to go. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Here's Powell. A rebound by the Bucks. Middleton's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
Nothing seems to be going down for him today.
And you've got to be careful with Middleton down low. I mean, he's very talented at how he gets defenders to bite in the post.
This is his 2nd trip to the line in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Middleton. Some changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Lowry in for Fred Van Vliet. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Middleton hits them both.
Of course, he didn't have an attempt there in the first half. He's hoping to be a little bit more active and aggressive here and draw some fouls here in the second.
Got a piece of it. To the left wing. Bledsoe against Lowry. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Lowry's got 10 points here in the second half.
Deceptive and skilled at that guard position. When Lowry's scoring like this, good luck trying to defend it.
Antetokounmpo with the ball. It's Ibaka picking him up. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
The Bucks have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here. That's good from Antetokounmpo.
And this is one of the things they need to keep doing in the second half to get this win. Keep knocking down those free throws. They've been sensational here at the line.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Back to Ibaka. Buries it from three-point range. Ibaka's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. It's the Raptors up by 8. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up along the sideline. Let's check it out.
Let's keep riding. Keep getting started. The offensive third. See if we can move it a little bit more against the Reds and then drive it, move it, catch it, shoot it.
Clearly he wants his guys, Greg, to work harder on offense.
And I love what Coach Budenholzer said. Just keep gutting through it, and eventually something positive will happen.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Lowry and Powell, the guard. Siakam is out there with McCaw. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 down low. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Here's Lopez, takes it down to Middleton, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Raptors leading by 8. Now Powell. Ibaka outside. Off target from three-point range.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Knocked away. Powell with the steal. Here's McCaw. Lopez covering. Powell against Williams. Poked away and stolen by Williams. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. There's the pass to Lopez. Pass to Connaughton. 4 on the clock. And it's off from three-point range. Raptors with the lead. Tipped away. Outside Lowry. Powell, no one around him. And it's Connaughton with the rebound. Connaughton's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Pass to Hill. And so Milwaukee again turning it over. Looking to get on the board here in the 4th still. Giannis, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Toronto calls timeout. Let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. He's happy with how they've been playing. He told them, hey, they had their chance, but this is where we take it from them. This is our game and our series. He's got them pretty fired up, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Lowry kicks to Powell. And Siakam has it in the corner. And the Raptors miss again.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the three-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
and cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
Lopez with the steal. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Kept alive. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And really, Antetokounmpo never stops attacking. I mean, he's always in attack mode. He really forces the defense's hand. He keeps pressure on them at all times.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And both free throws good for Giannis. And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth quarter. Now here's Powell, guarded closer. Ibaka against Lopez. Ibaka, no luck.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Passes it to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Now Hill, defended by Ibaka. From deep three-point range. Milwaukee the rebound.
And they get it back again. I mean, how many rebounds offensively have they had? Everything's going right for them today.
The Raptors have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Powell for 3. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Siakam against Middleton. He's looking for Lopez and finds him. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose, and Lopez gets it to go. Lopez has got it all tied up now for the Bucks. Ball's knocked loose. Hill against Lowry. Hill passes to Lopez. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And you've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them, and we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
Here's Powell. Lopez with the block. To the inside. Middleton. Good D by Siakam. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They've got a 10-0 run going. And Middleton the bucket on the assist by Hill. Middleton's got the lead up to 4 now for the Bucks. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Bucks.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Pascal Siakam. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for the Bucks. Eric Bledsoe comes in for George Hill. And with that, the Bucks lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Powell.
And from beyond the arc, he puts a stop to that 12-0 run by the Bucks.
And they double up on Antetokounmpo. Here's DiVincenzo. And the wing jumper offline.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
VanVleet. No good with the triple. Milwaukee's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Lopez, and a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. And that's 17 points for Brook Lopez. Raptors trail by 4. Now here's Powell.
Shooting for Toronto, Norman Powell. Taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
And the Raptors making a change here. Siakam's checked in. The Bucks also with the sub. Middleton's checked in. Both good from the line that time. Milwaukee in the lead. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's foul number 2 for him. Lowry against Bledsoe. Knocks it loose. He dishes it to Middleton. Shot clock at 6. Here's DiVincenzo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Toronto's gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. Now here is Lowry. Not a lot of room to tie it up. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game. And the Bucks making a change here. Ilyasova's checked in. Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. And he can't hit the second. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Shot's good by Bledsoe.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Powell down low. Defended by Ilyasova.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Ilyasova. And Lowry gets double teamed. Gasol inside. Just 5 on the clock. Foul for 3. He can't get that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Middleton can't get it to go.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
At the line for 2.
Throw good. Siakam. Siakam hits them both. Bucks have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Bledsoe, and Gasol sends it back.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
Here's Lowry, goes up and lays it easy. Lowry's got 12 points in just the second half. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
And he is absolutely dialed in from outside. They need to close out on him much quicker when he's lining up those threes.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
Here is Bledsoe. Now the pass to Lopez. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Lowry. Lays it in off the breakaway. Lowry's got 22.
You know, Kevin, I don't think there's any doubt that Lowry is a shoot-first point guard. I mean, a guy who is constantly on the attack and looking to score the ball when he can.
Bledsoe passes to Giannis. With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut back down to just one with the basket for Middleton.
Persistence pays for Middleton, commanding the ball and really demonstrating why his teammates trust him in these moments.
Pass to Gasol. Down low, Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Throw good, Siakam.
Well, you have to like how he's challenging the defense now in the second half. Getting to the line for a lot of free throw opportunities.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee. One of the stories here, Kyle Lowry getting it done today.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
Bledsoe finds Antetokounmpo. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Yeah, they're starting to go in the wrong direction in terms of turnover. It's slowly becoming a problem.
Toronto calls timeout.
They don't have enough to satisfy a real one. Magic Carter couldn't even get the real gun. Scared to come towards us, gotta run from us.
So it's Toronto now. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And Lowry gets it to go. Lowry's got 6 here in this quarter.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. Toronto with them. They're on a 17-7 run. Now here's Van Vliet. G right on him. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Bucks trail by 6. Pass to Bledsoe. They double-team Bledsoe. Over to the wing. From past the arc. It's rebounded by Gasol. Raptors shooting for the game at 42%. Lowry against Bledsoe. Outside Lowry. Pass to Van Vliet. Just 5 to shoot. Good D by Lopez. Milwaukee's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way. Powell with it. Looking to end his cold spell. Siakam. Siakam on the foul. Siakam's got 18 points now here in the second half.
Boy, fighting to keep that play alive. Beautiful tip in there.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that narrows the gap to 7. Middleton hits them both.
And good aggressive basketball on that trip. Drawing the foul, converting the free throws, and then also narrowing the gap.
And here is Powell. And it's sent back by Lopez.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
.54 seconds left in the 4th. Lock at 6. The shot by Powell, no good.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Milwaukee now. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound. This may be their most important possession.
No doubt about it. As long as they don't make any major mistakes, this one's in the bag.
Now Powell. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Rebound, Milwaukee. The pass to Bledsoe. No good on that one. Good work defensively by Lowry. And that's an intentional foul.
Shooting for Toronto, Norman Powell. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. Timeout called the Bucks. They're down by 8. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Lets it go with a 3. And no good that time. So it's Toronto winning this one. And they've edged in front in the series after an outstanding performance here in Game 3.
Kevin, it sure was. When teams split the first 2 games of a series, Game 3 means everything. They're going into Game 4 now, riding that high after this win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Mark. It seemed like you guys came out early. You wanted to jump on them, and that would control the game. Was that what was going on?
Yes, and we started out that way, and that was slipped away a little bit. So, we're learning, we're getting better, and, just a process.
You guys really coming together. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And so this one is in the books. We hope you've enjoyed being with us for the Eastern Conference Finals. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.